but when do we receive it?
So it would be, it'll just continue to
Shortly
flow in that
after?
fashion, yes.
Okay. But we don't know when that's going to happen
No,
yet.
they're not there yet.
Not
The last
there.
vehicle took them about 30 days to produce.
30, okay. And where will they be housed first? Like Russell Yard or Roncesvalles Yard or
Mr. Mayor,
the famous Leslie Barnes?
when the new streetcars arrive when we get to a critical mass, then we will open the so-called Leslie Barnes facility, and the new streetcars will be housed there.
Okay. And bunching and short turns should decrease immensely with the new streetcars?
Mr. Mayor, there will be improvement in reliability on streetcar services because of the improved reliability of the vehicles themselves. There should be fewer breakdowns that cause these kind of things, but the big improvements will not be a function of the vehicles, but the way we're managing routes, the way we are scheduling our services, and the way we are deploying operators. And happy to speak with you in detail about that offline.
Okay, thank you.
Councillor Carroll had a question.
Yeah, it's a quick question, and it's based on the service level / the conversation we had in TTC's budget subcommittee yesterday. We talked yesterday in looking at the capital program about we're getting closer and closer to where instead of the monster streetcar order, instead of the monster, we're now going to purchase 800 buses. We're getting now to the point where we'd be regularly ordering, if we have a more stable capital program, 100 buses at a time, 100 streetcars at a time, and have a more predictable capital program. In terms of service level review, though, does that also mean that we can begin to then stabilize how we look at adding bodies to the system as well as vehicles, that we can look forward to? We now know these vehicles are coming, we can adjust headways by a minute, which means if you want to fund X number of positions, we can start to predict what the pressure on operating would be as well to meet new service levels?
Mr. Mayor, that we do not adjust service levels in accordance with either our workforce availability nor our fleet size. Our service levels are driven almost exclusively by observed changes in passenger demand. When we see a route whose ridership levels are increasing, then we increase the capacity and frequency of service. If we see a route where ridership is decreasing, say a factory closed or a high school closed, and we have less ridership, then we will decrease. So what I said before about international best practice, we are incredibly directly linked in and responsive to changing ridership and travel patterns.